Sri Karthi Chidambaram.
Thank you, Speaker, sir. Today, sir, if you wanted to start an educational institution, you need to get a plethora of permissions. Your curriculum has to be vetted. You have to have a staff of a certain caliber. You need to pay the staff certain salaries according to perhaps the UGC or according to whatever the government regulations are. But today, there are online educational companies which are worth billions of dollars. Some of them are worth even more than the entire educational budget of India. These companies offer courses online which are not vetted by anybody. Nobody knows the content of these courses. Nobody knows the quality of these courses. Nobody knows the caliber of these courses. Nobody knows what is the caliber of the tutors who are on these who are conducting these courses. These companies now are engaging in predatory marketing practices where they prey upon the aspirational poorer people who want to give their children a better education, who want to supplement their education which they are not getting in government schools. They force them to buy courses and they auto-debit their accounts. Even when they want to even stop these courses, they can't stop these auto-debits. These auto-debits are happening regularly month on month. They in fact are becoming like loan sharks where they're force selling these courses. And I urge upon through you, the Minister of Education, to bring about some sort of a system where we monitor these online educational companies which are worth billions of dollars, which are owned by major funds from internationally, which are thrusting these courses on the unsuspecting people of India and are auto-debiting their accounts. So it's very, very essential to do that, sir. And I also want to bring to the notice of the House, there are many social activists who have brought this to who have spoken about this, like Nidhi Baguguna, Pradeep Punia, and Aniruddha Malpani. But the power of this company is so much that they're able to bring down these the complaints which are there in the social media. If you put up a complaint in social media, they're bringing it down. This company, in fact, now sponsors the Indian cricket team. You know exactly who I'm referring to. This company is worth $21 billion. Our entire Indian educational budget is not worth that much. And it is very essential that should be some concerted effort to monitor these companies and to prevent them from doing these predatory marketing practices where they're auto-debiting unsuspecting people who can't stop this auto-debiting, sir. Thank you very much.
The UPSC curriculum is extremely important because all our aspiring civil servants are going through this curriculum, studying it, and then becoming police officers. Joining the police services, the administrative, the revenue, the foreign services. So these are government officials at the end of the day. But what happens when they are fed with wrong information? And Baiju has done this. He's been feeding these young generation who are aspiring to become government officials with wrong information. And the Mumbai police has acknowledged this. And they have therefore filed an FIR against Baiju. But there's one thing which I still don't understand. If an FIR is registered, why isn't there a statement taken of his? And why isn't an arrest yet? So that's really funny. Because I have a very small example that I want to give you. The same Information Technology Act, the 69A, is the same law under which many Chinese apps were banned because of being anti-national. And there's a twist to this entire FIR because there's another section that's added to this, the 120B, which is criminal conspiracy. So if there is a case that is made so tight and there's a watertight case, there's FIRs that are registered, which is a serious offense, then why isn't he questioned? Why isn't a statement recorded? And why isn't there an arrest till now? So that's the only thing that I want to ask the Mumbai police. What's stopping you from arresting this guy? Is it because he's a millionaire or a billionaire? He has the money power, so you're scared to arrest him? Or what is it? Because we are clueless. We are the youth of India and we are literally concerned about our future. And not just us, the future of our entire country, all the youth of our country. And I'm so proud and blessed to know Snehal because he, being a youth, has taken up this responsibility of getting this law, the transnational organized crime law, implemented in India through the Supreme Court. However, the CBI has refused to do anything about it, which is absolutely sad because that has given companies like Baiju a free hand to just go around teaching what they want, to feed information which is not right or wrong information. So it emboldens these kind of companies to go out and sell courses and do things which are not true. It's all false information, it's wrong information. And we are really concerned about the youth of India, and we want to voice our opinions. We want the government to act on this case and act as soon as possible, because this is spoiling the entire future of our young generation who are aspiring to become government servants. So that's what I'm saying, that we are really disappointed, we are sad, we are upset, and we just hope that the government and the Mumbai police take action, and takes action as soon as possible.